don't know. No one knows. And this is the power of social media. Literally overnight, I turned from a normal person who's doing a news on TV, like everyone, like thousands of Iraqis do that, and journalists. I would say hundreds, not thousands. To a celebrity. In that day, I went to the supermarket to get the cheap $2 meat. Okay. Because it was very cheap. And someone there was like, yeah, I watched you today. You are amazing. Can I take a picture with you? Like, I'm a celebrity now? What happened? And then started the turning point for my job, starting from being a news anchor, a bad news anchor who can't say the right words in Fusha, to someone who's telling the same news but in another way. Because for me, for this new generation, I was bored from watching classic way of the news. It's not because it's bad, no. It's because I don't want to watch 1 hour a day to know everything happens in the politics. So what I did is we gathered this materials in 1 hour a week, fun, entertaining, with some visual effects, which is not that good, but visual effects, and with the slang language, easy to the people, easy to the new generation, which is 65% of Iraqis. Mm-hmm. So we get 35 million Iraqis. There's 65% who their age is from 15 to 35, which is majority of Iraqis. Mm-hmm. So how do you tell these people, this new generation, which they don't watch the news, they don't know anything about their politicians, how do you make them know about their politicians? We use that way. Mm-hmm. And then I turned from this show to another show, and then 2014 we established the first independent show in Iraq. It broadcasts on several TV stations, but in the same time it doesn't connect to any TV station. And it's owned by the people who are making that show. Mm-hmm. And this show is like a small institution. It's moving from place to place, but the audience knows that this show is doing 1 hour a week, gives me everything that I want to know about the political system or the political news in Iraq during that one hour. And it's fun. I would say it's funny.
But why satire? Why not just end of the week recap of the news of the events show? Where did the satire come from?
I used, me and the crew, we used this way to reach to the people. We know this way is much easier. It's funny stuff are much easier to get to the people.
Okay.
And it's entertaining at the same time, and it's fun because we hate to be classic people telling the news in a classic way. We don't want to do that.
What's been the impact of the Al-Bashir show? How do you before that, how many people do you reach nowadays?
We have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. We got 3 million on Facebook, 4.5 on Instagram. I guess 2 on Twitter now. It's escalating on Twitter, actually.
Okay,
Iraqis started to use Twitter the last 6 months.
And you air on Deutsche Welle, right?
And I air, yeah.
Isn't that weird? Why is an Iraqi political satirical show airs on a German channel? What's wrong with you?
There is no single Iraqi TV station who can afford the freedom of the show.
Have you tried it?
We tried in 3 TV stations, and the Iraqi government shut them down.
Shut the stations down?
And cut off the show also. Yeah, they do that.
So you ended
sometimes.
up with Deutsche Welle because the Iraqi government cannot shut down a German TV station?
They tried.
What do they do?
They threatened the German that we will stop the Siemens deal with you if you didn't.
No kidding.
Yeah, they did that.
Just for background, the Siemens deal is supposed to be this multi-billion, multi-decade project that the Iraqi government is supposed to sign with Siemens for power generation. But
and they talked to the German ambassador a few times.
Okay.
And actually, every time they go to talk to him officially, I mean, like there is a big people in the government. They go to the ambassador telling him that this show is hurting us. It's creating divisions inside Iraqis and blah blah blah. This kind of nonsense.
Okay.
I won't say the other word.
I know what you wanted to say.
And every time they go to the German ambassador, I was like, yes, I feel happy now.
Okay.
Because imagine if the German ambassador like, shut down because this show, they're making fun of the prime minister. I think for him it was fun day to hear them speaking about that.
He did tell me that despite that, they still try to jam the Deutsche Welle signals on Friday evenings at 9 p.m. when they show when his show airs.
They do that
to make
every
sure
week.
that Iraqis don't get a sense to watch it.
Yeah, every week they do that until today. Until
So
last
tell
Friday
me.
they did that. So yeah, to the numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers is between 5 to 8. 7, they say 7 to 9.
7 to 9 million
Or
across
5
the
to 8.
different platforms.
Yes.
Okay.
Like social media and TV. Yeah.
So why would the Iraqi government go to the length of using the diplomatic channels with Germany to try to shut you up?
Because there's no other way to shut me up. They tried everything.
Okay, what are you saying? Why do they want to shut you up?
It's not easy. They don't handle jokes. And they are definitely not handling...
They don't have a good sense of humor?
Never, no.
Thin skins?
No, they're not.
Okay.
Because they're very weak on the ground. They didn't achieve anything for the people. This is why they're very easy to destroy. And this is what we're doing. We're destroying them, actually. And for them, they can't handle a free speech. In Iraq, never ever in Iraq happened that there is a free institution. There is someone on TV saying whatever he wants to say, including using maybe sexual words, including using interviewing people who are, let's say, مثار للجدل.
Controversial.
Yeah, this word. I can't say it anymore. For them, they need to control everything. They need to control the media. They need to control everyone. Every single one works in the media or on TV. In all the ways. Paying them money, threatening them, using the power of living in the country, using the militias, using terrorists sometimes. I mean, ISIS and al-Qaeda and this stuff. Using you as an Iraqi needs a paper from the government, as an Iraqi citizen. They use everything against you. And actually, if we go to these things, I've seen it all. Everything, every single one of these things, I've seen. But
threats.
sometimes there's good people in the government, there are good people who works for the country, and they support me and they help me, especially with the papers thing.
Oh, with the paperwork.
Yeah, with the paperwork.
Okay, with red tape. The Al-Bashir show, and I'm happy to say that I've actually been watching it from episode 1. I just learned that today.
Yeah.
The first episode was talking about sectarian chicken, about how a chicken poultry factory was actually packaging them separately for Sunni regions versus Shia regions, giving them different brand names that would make them sell better. That was the very first episode. Ahmed looked younger, but uglier somehow. By the way, it gives me great joy to be asking you questions, because 2 weeks ago I was in the hot seat, and now he's in the hot seat. So this is poetic justice. The part that struck me with the show is, you can, and as a think tanker we do this. We go and you say, that argument is like, full of it or doesn't make any sense. He doesn't do that. He basically cracks jokes about the arguments, but also about the people behind the arguments who take themselves very, very seriously. So break this kind of halo, this aura that Iraqi politicians put around themselves.